Okay, so I'm more than sure everybody has this theory, but I'm gonna share my thoughts and my insights on it, okay?
You're fulfilling your destiny.
Warning, there are spoilers in this video. I will be talking about leaks, I will be talking about other canon, just lots of things that might ruin episode 9 for you. So just fair warning, please don't watch if you're trying to go into episode 9 spoiler-free. Okay, so in a new teaser for The Rise of Skywalker, we get to see a lot of Kylo, and we hear Palpatine call him my boy, which was, ooh, chills. But something else really important was said in this teaser, which leads to a theory I think a lot of us have had for a while. So here is the clip really quick.
There have been every voice you have ever heard inside your head.
So if you have a hard time recognizing the voices, first we have Palpatine saying, "I've been every voice." Then you hear Snoke's voice saying, "You have ever heard." And then we hear Vader saying, "Inside your head." So I know a lot of us have had a theory for a long time that if Palpatine is the overarching villain of all three trilogies, which is what Lucasfilm is saying, what Disney has come out and said, that Palpatine has always been the major villain, and it's always been Palpatine versus the Jedi as represented by the Skywalkers. So this makes sense that Palpatine was playing Kylo from the very beginning and pretending to be his grandfather, and also controlling Snoke. So every time Kylo was talking to Vader's helmet thinking, "Oh, I'm talking to my granddad who is showing me the power of the dark side," it was Palpatine tricking him and pretending to be Anakin, or Vader rather. And you might wonder, okay, wait a second. If Palpatine was doing that, why didn't Anakin come as a Force ghost and say, hey, no, Ben, that's an evil asshole. You need to not go to the dark side. It does not work out well for anyone. Well, Palpatine probably was making it so Anakin couldn't get through. And if I were to guess, every time Kylo feels a pull to the light, it's Anakin trying to reach through to his grandson saying, "Dude, this is Palpatine. You gotta stop."
Forgive me. I feel it again. The pull to the light.
Because otherwise, wouldn't even someone like Yoda appear to Ben and be like, "Hey dude, this is Palpatine, you gotta stop." There was some interference from Palpatine. Now, if you want other canon about this, we have already seen in the OT time canon for it where Palpatine was getting inside Luke's head and trying to get him to do some dark side shit, and was really disappointed that he couldn't push Luke to do certain things, which led to me making a video, gosh, this is probably months ago, where there was strong indications that Palpatine even pushed Luke to go to Ahch-To and just abandon the Force. So Palpatine has been in the Skywalkers' heads for every single trilogy. Every single one. I mean, who doesn't think that he was putting all those nightmares into Anakin's head in the prequel trilogy? Of course he was. Which also means that Palpatine probably is laughing himself silly, because think about all the things he's done. So Palpatine is inside Kylo's mind, in Ben Solo's mind. Leia says since he was in her womb that she could sense Snoke, or who she thought was Snoke. Which, ooh, really quick, in case you don't know that, there is a leak saying that Palpatine created clones of Snoke and sent him forth to manage the First Order and to corrupt Kylo. And right up on the screen I should have right now is what looks like one of those vats containing a clone Snoke. So Snoke was a creation of Palpatine. Sorry, that was a segue. I'll go back now. Okay, so think about that. Palpatine is the greatest evil inside Kylo's mind, constantly there. So when Luke looked inside his nephew's mind, he saw great evil and was like, "Oh shit, should I strike him down?" Not because it was Ben, but because he sensed Palpatine's evil but didn't know it. So, because Palpatine did that, he caused a rift between Luke and his nephew. Also, Han Solo, that asshole who ruined his plans for galactic domination. Ooh, Palpatine got his son to kill him. And we know Palpatine was enjoying messing with rebellion heroes because part of what the First Order was told to do is they were supposed to get the children of rebellion heroes and steal them away to train them as stormtroopers in the First Order. They wanted to turn the rebellion heroes' children against them as a fuck you. And I know that Palpatine being the overarching villain of all three trilogies really aggravates some people, and they think that it's lazy on Disney's part and that they're doing it just to save the franchise, but looking at it from that perspective, I actually think it just brings all the episodes together so beautifully. You have this super evil psycho dude, Papa Palpatine, the Senate, who has been fucking with Skywalkers for 3 trilogies, obviously they don't call them trilogies, and has been in their heads and just messing with everything. Which actually makes me wonder, there is a leak, and I don't know if this is true or not, it's a leak so it could be, but it's from people that are pretty credible. I mean, we have less than a week and we'll figure out, so whatever. But supposedly the reason why Leia stopped training with Luke, because she was supposed to be his first student, so it was said in a visual dictionary, she decided that her family needed her more and the New Republic, that she would be better serving the galaxy that way. But the newest leak shows that she had a vision, a Force vision, that if she became a Jedi, her son would die. And so she decided, I'm not gonna make that a potential future. Which I kind of wonder if that was Palpatine putting that in her head, because why would Palpatine want another Skywalker trained in the Force who could potentially stand up to him? And we know that Yoda originally wanted to train Leia. He didn't want to train Luke. He was like, fuck no. So him taking Leia off the board and making sure that she didn't continue to train her ability in the Force and be yet another Jedi Skywalker to be taken down, it makes a lot of sense. And I will say, if you think all of this is too convenient for someone like Palpatine, I really, really want you to go back and look at all the canon that has been released over the years, even before The Last Jedi, of all of Palpatine's contingency plans and everything he was doing and how much he was scheming and planning ahead. Palpatine doing all of this, yeah, he's like the ultimate evil. Come on. So this is also talking about a spoiler. So we know, according to the leaks, that Kylo is supposed to give his life. Well, he's redeemed at that point and he's Ben Solo. Gives his life for Rey and then he dies. I feel like at this point, if the Skywalker line ends, because we also know Leia dies in this film, if the Skywalker line ends like this, does Palpatine win? I mean, even if the Skywalkers bring down the ultimate evil, but Palpatine messed with their entire bloodline, and now their bloodline is just gone. So in a way, I feel like Palpatine triumphs over the Skywalkers. So it's kind of a bittersweet ending, right? Okay, yeah, the Skywalkers finally got rid of Palpatine, but at the same time, they end up perishing. I guess it could work if you had the Skywalkers as Force ghosts just watching over the galaxy and trying to guide future Force users. But I don't know, it just seems way too bitter of an ending, that the Skywalkers just got so fucked over, and then the end is they're just gone. I guess according to Luke, no one's ever really gone, but what do you think about this teaser? What do you think about what Palpatine said? Do you have your own theories? Do you have your own predictions? Do you hope that Kylo lives? Do you hope that he dies by the end of episode 9? I don't know. Let me know.